8. Family. It took me a long time till I was allowed to get out, and they made sure to give me a blindfold every day while opening curtains and letting the light come in. My quirk was healing myself, and before I knew it my wings were back to normal. After that I started getting lessons from Kago on flying in the night while Endeavor was running after us making sure I wouldn't crash land, but I was decent up in the air if I say so myself. For some reason when the light of the moon hit my wings they started to glitter a bit. I never actually paid it much attention since I was in a pit, and before that it was just natural to me to have them, but now I was grateful for every single bit I had. This was how I got my exercise, and well, I was also spending a lot of time with my new family. They were all so nice, especially Shoto and Tuya. These two started sticking with me at nearly all times, making sure I would be okay. Well, at first I wasn't, since the world was so unfamiliar to me. It took me so much time to get used to being outside again, and they stuck with being patient with me and waited for me to recover. It was all thanks to all the love and attention that I received that everything went well. You know what they say, family sticks together through thick and thin. I might not be related by blood, but I felt like being part of them, and they certainly tried their best for me to feel this way. Shoto. So Izu. What you say getting into the hero class with me? Tuya. You been at it again. Shoto. Why not? We can take care of him while he sticks with us, and his quirk is strong too. Tuya. But what about his feelings? You ever thought about that he didn't wanted to be one? Shoto. But he would be such a good hero. Tuya. And he would also be an amazing teacher or police officer or anything else. Shoto. How do you know he wanted to be something like this? Me. Actually. These two were at it again. Ever after finding out that I was the same age as Shoto, they have been trying to get me join UA and be part of the hero course, but I had different plans. Hero work wasn't really cut out for me since I was actually pretty frail myself. However, I still loved helping others out, and this was how the whole me being a hero in the future came to be. Enji. Cut it out, you two. Let Izu speak. We were all actually in the living room enjoying an old hero movie until they started arguing and my dad came in. It took me a while to accept everything, but I quirkily accepted things as they are since I was prepared for that. I never had hope to begin with. Staying with no expectations, and for some reason I had a feeling that there was nothing outside the pit for me, but they showed me their kindness and they also keep track of me. I felt like I was lying myself when I said there was nothing outside the pit for me. In fact, I already knew about my blood and its attitude. It was poisonous, but only on its own, and certain illnesses have these flowery scent. I always could smell a certain flower on a person when they are ill, and when I mix my blood with that exact flower it becomes a cure for the person. It was a fact only me and my mother knew, since I did that once to her. Me. I actually want to be a healer. Tuya. A healer? Shoto. But you have wings and no healing ability? Enji. It's your blood, isn't it? Me. Yes. How did you know? Enji. I suspected it ever after we found you. It is not only poisonous, isn't it? Me. No. If it is mixed with a flower essence it becomes a cure for an illness. Enji. It's a good quirk and it suits you. Me. Thanks. Enji. If you want to be a healer, why not work in my agency and try it out? I will provide everything to you, just see if it is the right thing for ya. Me. Thank you so much. Dad really did buy all kind of flowers after this small talk and made a special place for me in his agency. I wanted to help him out and give back a bit of the kindness he gave me. If that mean using my blood from time to time, then so be it. However, he made sure that I was only allowed to treat a maximum of 10 people a day, meaning he did tell me how much blood I was supposed to use. Like he wouldn't have me treating people if I already used that amount of blood, and yes, he had a new device made by some support hero to measure how much blood I had and everything like vital status. It was directly connected to his phone, making sure I was good. Such a carrying father, what should I say, but it turned out that I loved working with flowers and patients. Just one drop of blood was enough to treat an illness if I mixed it with a flower essence. I also made it into a tea so people just consumed it and immediately feel better. Shoto still was tried to get me join him even after days passed, and Hawks and Dabi would come from time to pick me up for a flight. Though most of the time I would spend with patients at Endeavor's agency, and when there was nothing to do, I was together with my father. He also brought me with him to his missions, but at a safe distance since I would pester him to bring me with him as his personal healer. Well, I found my place after being lost for so long, and I was happy being here. I didn't had to be a hero or anything. They accepted me for who I was, and my doubt at the beginning that they were after my blood vanished on the second day. It was always just them giving me stuff and me on the receiving end. Now was finally the time to turn the tables and help them out. End. A.N. Thanks for reading this and sticking with my short story. Hope you enjoyed it, as it was just a short idea of mine. XD. See ya hopefully in another story I made.